Hi, Miss Bethany here. We're going to go over our behavior basic rules for this week. Today we're talking about assembly rules. An assembly is when the whole school or a group of students, like a grade level, gather together to watch, learn, or listen to something. Remember in your school, sometimes everybody gathers together in the gym, or they might go to the library, but the whole school gets together and the principal comes and talks to the school. When it is time to go to an assembly, I will listen to my teacher's directions. We will need to walk as a class in a single file line. So when the teacher says it's time to line up, we're going to the assembly, then you quickly find your spot in line and you stay in a straight line all the way to the assembly. That's how we go. I will sit where I am told to sit so that there is room for everyone to go to the assembly. In the assembly, there's lots of kids. Sometimes there's parents too, and there's teachers. There's lots of people there. So we need to make sure to sit where our teacher tells us to sit, so everybody has a spot in the assembly. During the assembly, I will keep my hands and my feet to myself. You guys have had a lot of practice with this because this is one of the big rules in our classroom. It might be crowded during an assembly, but I will not bother my friends next to me. You see that girl? Is she following the rules? No, she's pulling her friend's hair. That's not following the rules, and that's not staying safe. We have to keep our hands and feet to ourselves during an assembly. Another rule at assemblies is to remain quiet. We keep our mouths quiet during an assembly. It is important to be respectful to all the people who are running the assembly and listen at all times. Normally at an assembly, there's very important information that the teacher or a principal is telling us. So we have to make our ears work extra hard so we can hear what is going on in an assembly. Sometimes it can get very loud during an assembly. If it gets too loud for me, I can raise my hand and ask for a break. If I need help or want something during an assembly, I can raise my hand to get my teacher's attention. You can always raise your hand if you need help. Assemblies are a lot of fun at school. They can be a lot of fun. It is important to remember these simple rules so that everyone can enjoy the school assemblies. Okay, we read our story. Now it's time for some discussion questions. We have a check for yes, and for no, a red circle with a line through it. And you guys can show me your answer by doing thumbs up for yes or thumbs down for no. Are you ready? Let's start. Do you go to assemblies at school? Yes, you do. That's where the assembly is at. Can you shove people if it's too crowded in the assembly? No, it's never okay to shove people. We keep our hands and feet to ourselves. Can you ask for a break during an assembly? Yes. Remember, we raise our hand if we need a break, and the teacher will come and help us. Can you sit wherever you want to sit during an assembly? No. You sit with your class, and your teacher tells you where to sit. So everybody has a spot in the assembly. Is it loud in assemblies? Sometimes it's loud. Yes, it can get very loud. If you need help, can you ask a teacher? Yes, you can always ask a teacher by raising your hand. Are you allowed to talk in an assembly? No. Our mouths have to work to be quiet during an assembly. Are assemblies fun? Yes, assemblies can be really fun. Sometimes there's music, sometimes there's games or awards. Do you walk in a line to an assembly? Yes, we walk in a straight line to go to the assembly. That's how we go. Do you need to listen to the assembly? What do you think? Show me with your thumb. Yes, we always listen during the assembly because there's important news in an assembly. Good job. Thanks for listening. Maybe someday I'll see you at assembly. Bye.